Lyra has ankles of steel. Oh. Oh my god, there's more of them! Hello everyone, and welcome back to Hogwarts Legacy. And just to confirm, this is indeed episode 5, and the reason you might be confused if you've watched the previous episodes is because I look very different. That's because I haven't been idle between episodes. I have been doing things. None of the quests, none of the main quests, or even the side quests, but things nonetheless. And I also discovered that the way that Hogwarts that this is how the indicators for the bathrooms look. And I can only assume that this is how 19th century urinals looked. Well, with that small bathroom tangent out of the way, in this episode, we are going to, firstly, do the next main quest, which is, oh, this is for level 5. I'm level, like, 15 or something. So I've been doing a lot of side stuff, not side missions, everything else sideways. We're doing this main quest, which is finding Mr. Ollivander's wand, which disappeared in, like, the 18th century. Starting, of course, with the Owlery. Right, that, and the treasure map one. I did actually find where this goes, and I haven't done anything with it yet. That we will be doing first. God, I'm rambling. Okay, I'm changing my mind halfway through the explanation. Cash in the castle first, going to the painting that is near the History of Magic classroom. Then we are doing the main quest, which is finding the wand.
When Howin said draw a Thestral, how was I to know you don't draw it?
Thestral! Let me guess. God, what are they called? I was gonna say Nazgul, but that's a different franchise. Thestral! That's the one! Thestral! The things you can only see when someone dies. In my case, it was George Osric. Oh, God. I'm forgetting all the things that happened. Lots of things happened. I discovered how to open a type of chest that has an eye on it. That I'll show you. They have a lot of money in them as well. And I discovered something that is brilliant. In the past 4 episodes, I have been switching between items of clothing like that to change how Lyra looks. But I discovered from a YouTube short that I'm not going to link because it'll be a pain to find again. I've discovered that you can just press F to change appearance. And then it keeps all the appearances of the clothes that you've had or ever picked up. You don't actually have to have them in your inventory. And it keeps the stats of whatever you're originally wearing. And now I have a decision to make. So for the past, since episode 2, it's been a long skirt. But I think a short skirt's more practical. But I like how the long skirt looks. Practicality above all else. And the best part of this, you can be wearing gloves and not be wearing gloves. I love it. Because it means that you can look however you want while wearing anything.
The Daedalian keys are back. Aren't they brilliant?
Daedalian? Evening net. No, I'm getting distracted. No, there's nothing wrong with acquiring missions. Hello, Nelly.
Is everything all right?
Yes, I'm sorry. I'm Nelly, by the way. I'm just so excited that the Daedalian keys are back.
The what keys?
The Daedalian keys. Surely you've seen them flying about. Rumour is that a former headmistress, Professor Mole, conjured them to protect the contents of certain locked cabinets years ago. Professor Black couldn't be bothered to disenchant the keys, and they appear every few years. You should try to catch one.
Why would I do that?
Each key will lead you to a locked cabinet somewhere in the castle. If you can manage to get the key into the cabinet lock, not an easy task, you may find a reward.
Right, let's see if I am correct about this being near the History of Magic classroom. Crunchy.
This looks like the portrait from the map. Now, where's the treasure? Expelliarmus! Leviosa! Accio!
Oh!
Aha! There was a doorway hidden within the portrait.
I just threw everything at the wall. Well, I would have thrown Incendio if it hadn't worked on Accio.
I wonder what came of Arthur's search.
Damn it! Damn it! Ooh, yes. Okay, we're near one of those chests with eyes on it. We're near one of those chests with eyes on it.
I promise.
Whoa!
Come now, Annabelle. It was a long time ago.
Well, ghosts live forever. Which means eternal grudges. But I will take this opportunity to show you the thing I discovered. So it's really simple, really. It's really simple, really. Too many reallys. The chests have eyes, and once they see you, they get angry and they do not open. But if you just break line of sight, and then you use the disillusionment charm, then they don't see you, and they don't get angry. And then you get 500? I thought they each had 1,000 in them. Maybe I'm misremembering.
Hello, Arthur. Thought you might like to know that my map led to a doorway hidden within a portrait.
Oh, how clever! Mine led to the boathouse. Barely found the treasure before I saw the headmaster coming. He shooed me out of there, but not before I got a few galleons richer. What did you find?
I found what I believe is an authentic historian's uniform.
Oh, that's lucky. Seems
Better
as
than-
though we both had success. Glad I enlisted you to join me.
Am I really lucky?
On to the next Hogwarts mystery. Wonder if a quick rummage round Weasley's office might yield anything interesting.
Really? Did I get lucky? Because I can't wear it, which means it's not an item in my inventory, which means I can't sell it. And he got bloody galleons for his search. You can't carry any more Wiccanweld potions. Oh yes, I also did that. I went grinding for Wiccanweld. Discovered you can only carry 25.
What do you think Black's wife is like? She must be miserable. Although, not while he's here, perhaps.
Oh, you never know.
Black had the power to choose the other professors too. Then we could get rid of Muggleborns like Garlic.
Holy Jesus! Sebastian, how are you?
Heard you're defending Hogsmeade against trolls. You know, there is such a thing as trying too hard.
Do you have any other voice lines? Ollivanders heirloom. Search the owlery. Where is the owlery? How far away is that? Really bloody far away. Do I have any flue flames in that location? Okay, where's the nearest flue flames? Oh no, I'm right here. Okay, so the nearest... I have no flue flames there. Oh! Well, see you at the owlery, I suppose. You know, I have a curiosity about ghosts. So they can go through walls and things, which is kind of like no collision in games. The problem with no collision, though, is that whenever I use it, I tend to get lost, like in the ground or out of bounds, which in this case would be space. So I wonder if ghosts ever have that happen to them, and because they can't just restart the game, they're immortal, they just have to wander until they find something. What if they get lost in space? What do they do then? Being a ghost must be so anxiety-inducing. Ah. I never noticed that tower before. There's another owl. Hello, owl. Goodbye, owl. Hello, Hamora. That's the spell I was...
Statues Mr. Ollivander mentioned must be upstairs amongst the owls.
Give me a moment, Lyra. There's a big chest. Solar protection spectacles? Means sunglasses? Oh, there's more of them.
Don't mind me, owls. I'm here to help a friend. Now, where are those statues?
Okay, that looks like something you'd pull out of the wall, so I'm guessing...
I recognize those handles. Nothing. Accio!
Oh, money?
I'll take that, thank you.
It's just 13. And with the economy being what it is, 13 galleons doesn't get you much. Jackdaw statue! Oh, that's a clue. That's a clue. Hold on. More handles.
No statues here. I'd best keep looking.
Expelliarmus!
Sorry, owl. I just wanted to see if it would work. Climbing.
Birds aren't afraid of heights. Perhaps I should look a bit higher.
Lyra, you're a genius. Except you had that revelation while I was already climbing up.
Accio!
Ah, damn. Map with floating candles. Hold on, more of these to... Oh.
Nothing. Here's
That's-
a welcome surprise.
What do you mean, nothing?
Accio!
It's
No
money.
statues here.
What do you mean, no statues here? You just saw one fall out! A map. Okay, so there is a random forest with conifers, which could be anywhere here. There is the outline of Hogsmeade, I believe. There is a gate, a gateway, and a bridge.
A map. It doesn't
Ghosts?
appear to be connected to the missing pages.
Oh.
Best hang on to it for now.
Ghost of our love. Oh! I would never have done that. I would never have done that myself, but I feel perfectly fine compelling Lyra to do it. Lyra can respawn. I cannot. Right, that's 3 statues. Oh. 4 statues.
Empty perches. Could be the right size for jackdaws. Or statues of jackdaws.
Ah. Well then. Damn it, there's more of them. Aha. I'll take that, Mr. Jackdaw. Money!
This will do nicely.
I'll take what I can get.
What's happening?
Nothing? A tornado! Oh my god, it is a tornado. That's disgusting.
Could it be? Has someone solved my puzzle after all these years? Well done indeed. Good news. If you've got something to hide, you found the perfect spot. Richard Jackdaw, at your service.
The Richard Jackdaw. So, Mr. Ollivander was right. He wants his family wand back.
Goodness, I'd forgotten about that wand. I assure you I don't have it on me. I'm almost certain I dropped it the moment I was beheaded in that cave. Oh, it was sheer folly to follow that map.
What map?
Ridiculous, really. Found it on some yellowed old pages Peeves had pilfered. Thought I could impress a girl. But that's a story for another day.
So, you stole a wand and then followed a map on some pages that you took from Peeves and followed that map to your doom.
Odd to hear it all reduced to such absurdity, but yes. Why do you care about some old wand?
I don't really. Ollivander does. It's the pages I'm after. Might they be with the wand in the cave?
Indeed. Say, here's an idea. Why don't you meet me at the edge of the Forbidden Forest? I'd be happy to show you where to find them.
Okay, I feel like how did you lose your head is kind of a personal question.
I think I can guess how you died, but who did it to you?
I was having a look about when I suddenly sensed a refreshing breeze, after which I felt, well, lightheaded. That's all I remember. Hence, if you do visit the cave, be prepared. I can't tell you what for specifically, but you seem a perceptive sort. Beware a light breeze.
Thanks for the warning, Dick. How did you steal from Peeves? That is a good question.
How is it possible to steal from Peeves? A poltergeist?
I didn't steal the pages from his ghostly form. I merely found them in his wake of destruction. He's got a penchant for wrecking things. Books, bottles, suits of armor, whatever's likely to cause the most chaos. I doubt he even noticed they were gone.
I'll see you in the forest then, Dick.
If that's the only way for me to get those pages, I'll meet you there.
If you don't mind the sight of my decapitated skeleton, the wand and the pages are yours for the taking.
Good to know, and I appreciate it. I appreciate that he dropped me off down here. Also, one more thing.
Revelio.
Field guide page. Let's field the guide. School owls and owls owned by the students can be found in the Hogwarts Owlery. One is advised to explore carefully, keeping an eye out for owl droppings and regurgitated mouse skeletons. Thank you. Mouse skeletons. Ah. What? Lyra has ankles of steel. Oh. In my defense, the fall damage is really, really tiny until you die. Maybe I shouldn't condone taking your frustrations out on animals. Anyway, let's take the long way down this time, Lyra. Is there water down there? Yes, there is. Water doesn't break your fall. Lyra never sleeps, does she? Thestral stables? Hello, Thestral.
Levioso, I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
Thank you, Ignatia. I met some poachers around here. Right in that little section of forest there. Needless to say, they're dead now. I mean, they ran back to their masters. They're not dead. I don't kill them. Needless to say, they're not there anymore. What the hell was that?
Betting on the dragon fight was the best decision I've made yet.
I thought I cleared them out.
He's weak.
Ah!
Yes, he is.
Alright, listen here, you. Right, you listen here. I refuse to allow you to come back to where I dispersed you from and just set up shop again.
As tough as it sounds.
God, he's loud. That scared me. I refuse to allow you to come back to where I dispersed you from and continue operations.
I hope you have your affairs in order.
Oh my god! Okay, he's definitely dead.
Protego!
What's that? Come! You're embarrassing, Confringo! Not my best work. Oh, I've had warts more painful than that.
Really?
One less poacher in the wizarding world.
That's ridiculous. They just came back and set up shop again. I'm also slightly disturbed by what I did with the ancient magic to that one. They were criminals anyway. I'll say it was self-defense. I mean, it kind of was self-defense, but you could also say it was excessive force. Merlin trial. No harm. No harm in taking a detour. Okay, the vines are gone, and this one isn't surrounded by the swirls. Rather, it has these pillars all over the place. Oh, is this timed? Ah!
These Merlin trials won't get the best of me.
Expelliarmus! Coward! Fight me fairly!
Oh, they're disapparating.
Leviosa! Tiger!
Oh!
Oh! Expelliarmus! A wand!
Oh, she's disapparating to retrieve her wand. Oh!
Confringo!
Oh! Oh, Jesus.
Reducto!
Oh, I have to dodge those.
Did I hurt you?
Goodbye. I'm out of here.
Knew I'd find you.
Animagus.
I think that one hurt. Reducto!
Oh!
Coward! Fight me fairly!
Fair is not in my vocabulary. Oh my... Okay, all the other times, you could have said that they're probably fine, they just ran away. I just vaporized that man. Anyway. Evening, Dick.
We meet again, Richard Jackdaw.
I suppose I shouldn't be surprised to see you. Only a Ravenclaw would travel this far in pursuit of knowledge.
Well said. Now, where do we go from here?
Follow me. I shall lead you as far as I can, but I fear I may remain a tad reluctant to revisit the scene of my demise. Keep your eyes open for a bird bath. When you find it, say intramuros. I think it's Latin. Or Greek. As you can imagine, I never paid much attention in school. Shall we?
Right then, Dick, you're with me.
Aside from the bird bath, anything else I should look for?
Indeed. A few landmarks, a stone bridge, a waterfall, and, if I recall, a lake. You'll see.
You've been very helpful. Thank you.
Surprising how much of this is, rather unfortunately, coming back to me.
This looks like a dangerous place. This looks like a place where I'd find acromantulas. This area is...
Lumos.
I cannot read that. Do not enter. Dick? This isn't one of your pranks, is it? Because you seem like the type of person to do a prank like that.
Yes. You know, the closer we get, the more I'm remembering. Probably best I leave you to it. Simply stick to the path and keep a sharp eye out for that bird bath. Adieu. Is that Latin?
That's French, Dick. Anyway, I got Incendio out because I recalled that... Professor Hecat said that you can use Incendio to burn through webs, and there are acromantulas here, which means there are webs here. Oh, there's multiple? Keep him occupied. Keep him occupied. Okay, Expelliarmus it is. Ugh, damn it dodged. Did it just... Ah! I'm afraid that when in doubt, my automatic response is to run. Which, perhaps I should not be doing. Level 20.
Expelliarmus! Levioso! Protego!
Oi! Ow! I'm just gonna use Levioso.
Levioso! Protego! Expelliarmus!
Right, you thornback bastard. Alright, I just killed the big one. Oh, this is another one of the same thing. Never mind.
Expelliarmus! Levioso!
You're in range.
Expelliarmus!
Okay. Oh. Oh my god, there's more of them! Oh wait, this doesn't lead to the same place.
Nothing to do now but keep going.
You know what? I'm not gonna run away just yet. Let's see how that purple thing does.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flu powder.
This is hardly the time, Ignatia. Ah! Thornback Matriarch?
Levioso!
I cannot make it Nope. I'm definitely not. No.
For a thief, Jackdaw's surprisingly as good as his word.
I feel like I'm in Grounded right now. Oh, those aren't dangerous. Hello? Hello? It's a Puffskin. Puffskins! Hello.
Levioso! Accio!
No harm done. Centaurs. Oh, Christ. Those things are dangerous, I think.
Lumos. There it is. Just as Jackdaw described.
There what is? Oh, a bird bath. Whisper the password. I don't remember the password. I hope Lyra does.
Intramuros.
Intramuros. Oh!
Aren't you a little far from home?
Ranrock knew you'd eventually lead us to whatever it is you're hiding.
Levioso.
I'll get you for that!
Coward.
Finish me! You won't gonna win.
Levioso.
I'll kill you when I get down from here!
Oi!
Levioso.
Is that the best you can do?
No risk those loyalists will report back to Ranrock now. Let's see where Jackdaw has led me.
I love Levioso. It's just the best thing ever. Now, about that breeze. That's very pretty. Beware a breeze.
Lumos. I wonder how big this place is.
From the loading screen, I'd say pretty big. Hoglump juice.
These runes must have something to do with opening this door.
Those runes are the same symbol as the ancient magic.
I can shoot the symbol, but it doesn't stay lit for long. Impressive. That must be where this all leads.
Speaking of fire...
I wonder if any of my spells will help me through this.
That was positively beautiful. Oh, I see.
Levioso.
Easy enough. Did they drop anything? Spider fangs. Those Hoglumps seem to extend spikes. Whenever something happens, find the missing pages. Okay, that's all the way down there. So what is this? So I'm gonna go ahead and just leave them be. Yeah, no, they can, yeah, going into the spider's lair. I've been there, done that. Not gonna do it again. Speak of the devil. Oh, Christ!
Stupefy. Expelliarmus. Levioso.
Sneaky, but it did lead me here. Whatever here is.
That platform ought to be able to float straight to me.
You mean, like, use Accio? Oh! It's fine. They're just on their merry way.
Accio!
But how do I... Oh, I see. I really liked the physics of that. Certainly felt floaty. I'm gonna stop breaking things because you don't get anything.
I'm glad Richard Jackdaw left a little something behind for me, but where could he be?
Tasseled Koofy? Koofy? Oh, I can repair this, can't I?
Pero.
Right then, Dick, where is your skeleton? Did Richard have to contend with the spiders, or are they a recent occurrence?
Well, if Jackdaw could solve this, so can I.
It looks the same. Never mind, there's a third somewhere.
Perhaps the next symbol is hidden somewhere.
Aha! Remarquable. They got all spiky. They make very satisfying sounds. Oh god, I don't like how this looks. Where am I going exactly? Can I like not go through the spider lair? You know, I'm going through the spider lair. Okay then, if I meet a matriarch, I'm gonna die. I think it's a dead spider. Hello, little baby spiders. How are you? On this fine day? Nope. We're going deeper. Those are dead spiders? What killed them? Oh god, I don't like this. Ugh. I mean, I personally like spiders, but the ones that I come across are a lot smaller than my hand. Nice. Sleek school cloak. Ah, but it's worse. Damn. I'm going the right way. That's what I assume these flames mean. Oh, come on, Lyra. Not even any fall damage. Oh god, I don't like how wobbly this thing is. I'm a lot higher up this time. Oh god. It's fine. Oh. I've got 2 ways to go here. Oh, I've actually got 4 ways to go. Other than the way I came. I have 3 ways. Oh my god. Oh no. Those are egg sacs. I know, because I blasted one of them open. There was a baby in there. Okay, hold on. Do these pop when I go near them? Yes, they do.
Levioso. Expelliarmus.
What if I use the disillusionment charm? Perfect. Damn it!
Levioso. Expelliarmus.
They're easy enough to deal with.
Levioso.
Oh my god! I'm out of here, bye.
Protego. Stupefy.
I am not doing too badly. In fact, I'm worried that I might be causing these spiders to go extinct.
An untouched chest. Jackdaw wasn't very thorough in his search of this cave.
There were a bunch of spiders there, Lyra. Give him a break. Oh. Astrolabe. This has nothing to do with astrolabes.
Not a headless skeleton in sight, but I may as well help myself to this.
Yep, just looting a tomb. That's a big one.
Stupefy! Expelliarmus!
I am Thor.
Levioso! Shame you're so foul.
Why is it a shame? I'd say it's a shame they're so hostile. Very food motivated they are. It's a shame because I like spiders. Even the big ones. Everything I've done is in self-defense.
The bridge, it's almost complete.
Yes, I was on a side quest the whole time. Oh.
More spiders. These
Christ.
can't be what beheaded Richard Jackdaw.
Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Is that 6 or 5?
Levioso! Expelliarmus! Protego! Stupefy! Stupefy! Levioso! Stupefy! Expelliarmus!
X! Oh my god, I love that. There's another. Oh no.
Expelliarmus!
There's 2! That's it. I'm out. Bye. To hell with it.
Protego! Stupefy!
Oh, Christ.
Expelliarmus! Stupefy! Expelliarmus!
I have to get a thumbnail shot.
Stupefy!
I'd like a thumbnail shot of the big one.
Stupefy!
Right, thumbnail shot. Thumbnail shot. Oh no, there's another one. Damn. Damn.
Stupefy!
No, not the big one. Damn. Big one's dead.
Expelliarmus! Farewell, monster. I can only imagine how these spiders have multiplied since Jackdaw came this way.
Damn it, I wanted a thumbnail of the big one. Oh, I see. Okay. Jackdaw must have been quite the talented student. And Incendio is very useless. Okay, need to remember. If I feel a breeze... duck, I guess? Oh god. Those are those big things that attack the goblins and Gringotts. Am I gonna fight them?
We meet again, Richard Jackdaw. Shame. Those splinters must be what's left of Ollivander's wand. At least I can take the pages.
Splinters? I don't like this. I really don't.
Here it is. The map that brought your doom, Jackdaw. Is there something beyond this room?
Was that a breeze? Oh, Christ. Well. Ambush.
Expelliarmus! Protego! Stupefy! Levioso! to disarm you brutes. Expelliarmus! Levioso! Expelliarmus!
Oh no, it's gonna be the big ones. You're too big for... Yeah, you're too big for Levioso.
Accio!
You're too big for Accio. Oh, I can charge up this. That's a one-shot. Both of them? Oh!
That's unnerving. What's happening?
Unnerving indeed. And I missed the ancient magic refills. More wisps of ancient magic.
Lumos.
Are there any chests around here? Here goes nothing.
Lumos.
Where
am I?
I mean, to me it just looks like the same cave.
Oh no. The room's starting to flood.
Flood?
How am I being protected?
Lyra?
What sort of magic is this?
Lyra? Are we fine? We're fine.
I can only hope this magic protects me until I'm able to make my way out of here.
Yeah.
What is this place?
Okay, that was fun.
Lumos.
Is that a giant pensive? No. You wouldn't. Would you? No, that is just a floor. It's just a floor. What the devil? What the... Percival Rackham.
Can it be?
Percival Rackham. Or at least a painting of him. Evening, Percival.
It's you.
Has someone finally found our map chamber?
I recognize you from the Pensives. You're Professor Rackham.
I am indeed. I must confess that I am surprised to see someone so young standing before me.
I'm the same age that you and Isadora Morganach were when you started at Hogwarts.
You've paid attention, and might I presume you share our ability?
To see traces of ancient magic? Yes, sir, I do.
As you have likely realized by now, our ability gives us a unique relationship with all forms of magic. We can access expressions of magic that few others can. Opportunities will arise that allow you to sharpen this rare talent. Do not squander them.
I won't, Professor. Thank you.
We have much to discuss. But first, a map found in a certain book led you here. Place the book on the pedestal.
I don't have the book with me, sir.
That is unfortunate. I'm afraid we must pause our conversation until you return with the book.
What? These questions are coming out of nowhere from my perspective.
The statues and carvings in the house on the cliffside, those are of you. Are you a seer?
Oh, I see.
I am.
Did you know that I would be here?
I cannot say more at present, except to say that your presence here does not entirely surprise me.
I see. His house was the one that had a private place, a private location, a private entrance to Gringotts.
I'm a bit confused, sir. Why is this room called the map chamber?
I assure you that all will be clear once the book has been placed on the pedestal.
Oh, for God's sake. I'll bring the book here then, Percival.
Very well. I'll retrieve the book right away.
Good. We shall speak again once the book is in place.
Your connection to ancient magic has unlocked talents. You'll receive 1 talent point each time you increase your wizarding level. You have new talent points to spend in the talents menu of your field guide. These talents help improve your spell casting, increase your abilities with the dark arts. These talents enhance your use of potions and combat plants. I haven't used any of the combat plants. Basic cast impacts reduce spell cooldowns. That's perfect. Because basic cast is basically the placeholder until your spells cooldowns are done. Protego blocks will contribute to the ancient magic meter. Perfect. Protego block contribute even more. Oh! Holding down dodge allows you to vanish quickly and reappear nearby. Like disapparating? A new spell set. I mean, I don't know if I have any spell sets. So let's take that. Wiggenweld heals you to a greater effect. Yes. Makes Incendio more useful. And I've no more talent points. Thank you, Percival. Nice meeting you, sir. I assume that is for his companions that we saw. The guy with the turban, the headmistress, and their ancestor of Rookwood. Increase gear capacity by completing Merlin trials?
I found the pages and the map chamber. Why would I need the book?
Who knows?
Lumos.
Wildsmith. Where the bloody hell am I? Oh. Oh, that's one of the eye chests. Hold on. Ah, so no, I didn't have any before. I have some now. I'm gonna make a combat section.
I'm back at Hogwarts.
Really?
I wonder when Professor Fig will be back. I did promise him I wouldn't neglect my studies while he was away. Suppose I have enough to distract myself with till he returns with the book.
That was a house elf. With that, thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please feel free to leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you, and who I assume is Professor Binns, in the next one. Goodbye.